Hold on to your dinar. RV Day is tomorrow. Huge news out of Iraq. Iraqi Dinar News Today 2025 with an intro for your channel RV News. Welcome back to RV News, your go-to destination for the latest updates, inside information, and exclusive analysis on global currency revaluation, with a special focus on the Iraqi Dinar IQD, Vietnamese Dong VND, Zim bonds, and more. If you're a currency holder, an investor watching the revaluation movement, or simply someone curious about what's unfolding behind the scenes, you are in the right place. And let me tell you, today's video is explosive. We're talking about breaking developments coming straight out of Baghdad, fresh confirmations from central banking authorities, and what several insiders are calling the final countdown to RV Day. Yes, you heard that correctly. RV Day could be tomorrow, and it's time to hold on tight to your dinar. For months, we've been seeing whispers, signals, and breadcrumbs from global financial institutions, political players, and high-level sources inside Iraq suggesting that the revaluation of the Iraqi dinar was moving closer than ever. But now, it's no longer just speculation. The Central Bank of Iraq, CBI, has issued internal memos preparing financial institutions for a major shift in currency handling procedures. Local media reports from Iraqi news outlets usually controlled tightly by the government are beginning to float language about new exchange rate adjustments that reflect Iraq's new economic position on the global stage. And perhaps, most significantly, IMF-linked economists and international observers are suddenly flying into Baghdad, with meetings scheduled late into the evening right before the anticipated RV launch window. Here's what we know. Iraqi financial ministries have reportedly completed a series of final audits and compliance checks requested by international partners such as the World Bank and WTO. These steps were a critical final hurdle. The banking systems have undergone a stress test to simulate post-RV liquidity, ensuring that when the rate changes, both local and foreign institutions can handle the wave of transactions. This test was successfully passed on Thursday night, and sources say this cleared the path for the CBI to trigger its final protocol, a digital switch that will allow international platforms to recognize the new rate of the IQD dot in the last 24 hours. Chatter has increased within Tier 1 financial circles, including in the United States, UK, UAE, and Germany. Several global banks have received what are being described as rate notification advisories, warning of a potential overnight change in Middle Eastern currency valuations. While these notifications are labeled confidential, their very existence suggests that something massive is being prepared for public release. These banks, including Morgan Chase, HSBC, Deutsche Bank, and Wells Fargo, are reportedly testing updated exchange software that includes real-time rate access for the IQD and VND. One senior bank technician was quoted off record saying, "The only time we load this kind of patch is when a global revaluation is imminent." Inside Iraq, signs of preparation are visible on the ground. Large-scale ATM recalibrations have been reported in Baghdad, Basra, and Erbil. Mobile banking apps belonging to major Iraqi banks like Rafadain and Rashid have suddenly gone into scheduled maintenance mode, with alerts warning customers of potential balance recalculations. In past RV planning sessions, these were telltale signs of a pending update in the currency ledger. Furthermore, government employees, pensioners, and military personnel have been told that their July salaries may be issued in accordance with new economic guidelines. While that phrase may sound generic, to those who have been following the RV movement, it's loaded with meaning. What's more, an unconfirmed but highly circulated report from diplomatic sources in the U.S. Embassy in Baghdad indicates that there was a closed-door meeting held last night between high-ranking officials from Iraq's Ministry of Finance and foreign exchange policy experts. One topic was reportedly the controlled public announcement of the new dinar rate, which could drop just after 2 p.m. Baghdad time tomorrow. That's less than 24 hours from now. Many in the financial community believe that the delay in announcement timing is related to synchronization with international FX markets and clearing systems. Let's pause here and discuss why this timing matters. The second week of July has long been floated as a key timeframe due to Iraq's budget cycle, oil revenue settlements, and compliance deadlines with international financial entities. It also coincides with the World Economic Adjustment Period, a scheduled update when central banks align with IMF-led protocols and cross-border economic agreements. If Iraq plans to reintroduce the dinar at a higher, asset-backed rate pegged partially to oil reserves and gold holdings, then this window right now is their best opportunity. And let's not forget the growing political will behind the scenes. Iraqi Prime Minister Mohammed Shia al-Sudani, who has faced pressure to stabilize the country's economic trajectory, is believed to have signed off on the final implementation package. In a recent speech, al-Sudani spoke cryptically about Iraq returning to its rightful place in the global economy and respecting the value of our people's wealth. Many RV analysts are interpreting this as a public soft launch statement, a way to prepare citizens for the dramatic rise in their currency's worth. In Washington, D.C., several congressional aides have leaked that briefings were held regarding currency conversion contingencies. This coincides with verified updates from U.S. Treasury insiders stating the Tier 4B group's private currency holders and redemption groups have been cleared for liquidity as early as Sunday evening. If this is true, and liquidity begins flowing to pre-approved groups, that would mean the public exchange opportunity when everyday dinar holders can go to approved banks or redemption centers would likely begin within 24 to 72 hours after the initial release. So what does this mean for you, the dinar holder, the VND investor, the Zim bond redeemer? It means we are at the very edge. This could be the final stretch before the financial shift we've all been preparing for. If you've held your dinar patiently, now is not the time to panic or dump it for a quick profit. This is the moment to stay grounded, stay informed, and prepare. Double-check your exchange plans, secure your currency in a safe place, and be ready to move when your notification comes. Several redemption centers in the U.S. have reportedly been staffed this weekend under standby high alert protocols. These centers are outfitted to process currency exchanges rapidly and securely with NDAs, rate screens, and cash-out options ready to go. Some centers have even been instructed to extend their hours through midnight starting tomorrow, a rare move that only happens during high-impact economic events. This matches what happened in Kuwait during their revaluation in 1991. Now let's address a question many are asking. What kind of rate can we expect? While the official rate is still under wraps, sources close to the Central Bank of Iraq have hinted that the rate will not be a penny stock jump but a significant reset, possibly reintroducing the dinar at a value between $3.50 to $4 per IQD. This is in line with its pre-Gulf War value and matches oil-backed valuation models being pushed by certain economic reformers. There may also be a contract rate available for Tier 4B holders who are exchanging through pre-approved centers under confidentiality agreements. Those rates could go even higher depending on volume and qualifications. Security protocols have also been stepped up across major cities in Iraq and certain U.S. metro areas. Extra security has been deployed near central banks, foreign currency exchanges, and consulates. Iraq has also moved to limit large withdrawals and currency transfers, a move designed to prevent arbitrage and black market flooding just before the revaluation is finalized. Internationally, we're seeing coordinated movement. Vietnam's central bank is reportedly in a parallel finalization stage for its own rate shift. This makes sense. Many believe that Iraq and Vietnam will go live together or within days of each other as part of a global basket realignment. The IMF, BIS, and WTO have all scheduled closed-door working groups for Monday morning, which would be impossible to ignore if Iraq's new rate went live Sunday afternoon. This is it, folks. All the signs are pointing in the same direction. The documents are lining up. The banks are preparing. The systems are sensing. And most importantly, the governments involved are now publicly speaking in code, prepping their citizens for the transformation ahead. Whether you hold 100,000 dinar or 10 million, this is your moment to get ready. Ensure your paperwork is in order. Your identification is ready. Your appointment scheduling information is clear. If you are part of a group, check in with your lead. If you are going solo, have a list of trusted banks and redemption centers in your area that have been verified to handle IQD exchanges post-RV. And a final note of caution. This is also the time when scams and misinformation peak. Do not trust random text messages offering exchange services. Only work with trusted, verified institutions. The real redemption process will be clean, organized, and official. You should never pay fees upfront or be asked for your dinar in advance. Be smart, be safe, and stay connected to channels like RV News, where we bring you the most accurate and timely updates possible. The countdown has truly begun.